Hi my loves, and thanks for watching one of my videos. It's Brown Eyed Beauty, but you can call me Stephanie or Steph, whichever one. I answer to both. In today's video, I show you how I do this beautiful cut crease for the gorgeous ma'am. If you want to know how I got the look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so this is the absolute very beginning of this day. I know you guys are tired of this blue hair, this cheetah shirt, but it's okay because we're going to start over. This is like the very first video I recorded. So first things first, we're going to start off with our eyebrows. As always, I'm using the Dip Brow by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm in the color dark brown, and I'm using the, I want to say it's like the number 18 brush. It's the angled one. It's the angled one. I'm going to go in and I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows and make them bad boys look good, girl. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and conceal my eyebrows. Y'all know, just in case you don't know, because this is a small channel, I'm gonna say this every time. I like to use concealer instead of foundation just because it gives my brows a more sharper and crisp look. I don't do the halo eye, girl, so you don't have to worry about that. Everything looks cohesive and put together once the final product is done, but in the meantime, I do like to, you know, do my little halo eye or whatever. And we're gonna go ahead and just use the flat brush I got from Morphe, and we're going to just smooth out the concealer. This concealer is from ColourPop. It's a medium. I want to say 12. It's honestly my favorite concealer. It is a dupe for the Fenty Beauty new concealer. They just came out. The, what is it? Creaseless concealer. No crease something. Whatever another. This is supposed to be their ColourPop's version of it as well. It's supposed to be like faux filter. I think that's what they're calling it. No filter. Boom, there it goes. No filter concealer. One thing I actually love about it is the applicator. As you can see, it just goes, it looks exactly like the Fenty Beauty one. Like the applicator is the same. The feel of the consistency is the same. The coverage, to me, this coverage is more than the Fenty Beauty one. And it actually doesn't crease. At least not for me. Well, I lied. It does crease, but it takes longer to crease for me with this one than the Fenty Beauty. Like Fenty Beauty, I have to set it, boom, right then and there. With this one, I can wait, you know. And so I'm just packing that on my eye, my complete eyelid now. We're gonna use it as an eyeshadow base for all of our colors, and we're gonna go pat with a dense flat brush. So for the star of the show herself, I'm using the Morphe James Charles palette. It's like a bajillion colors in this big old thing, but this thing is huge. I'm showing you now all of the colors now. Like, I gotta even put in the screen. Shit's ridiculous. So the colors we're gonna be using today are the big colors, honestly, because we're doing a neutral cut crease today. So we're working our way from that beige color all the way to the darkest brown in that dead smack middle lane, the big circles. And we're going to just start warming up our crease little by little until we get the desired look that we are going for today. So now we're going into the second color. I don't have that sheet anymore that has like all the names on them, because he actually came up with like really cute names that if, girl, my little ratchet side came out, sorry. But anyway, he came out with really cute names for each of the colors, like flashback, 10% off, code, all this kind of other stuff that, like, if you watch his channel, you're like subscribed to his channel and you're one of his sisters, then you know what they mean. It's one of his like iconic phrases for every single one of these colors. So I thought that was like the cutest thing ever. But I don't have that sheet on me anymore. So yeah. I'm really starting to focus, like the darker I get, the more I'm really focusing the color on the outer corner, just because we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna do a cut crease. So I really want the focus of the dark color to be on the outside. So when we go ahead and cut the crease, it's going to just intensify itself. Yes, girl, she over here feeling herself. Oh, you're so cute. So now we're going into this, I want to say it's like a brown brick color because it has hues of red in it. And we're going to just, like I said, just start warming up that crease. Like I said, the darker we get, the more we're really focusing on the outer corner of the eye. And we're just going to blend towards the nose just for blending purposes only. We're not really going that far in for the actual color. But just to make sure that there aren't any harsh lines or anything is what we're really doing. As you can see, like I'm in this exact same spot for like 30 minutes. And then I'm blending out. It's just, like I said, blending inward is just to make sure that there aren't any harsh lines on the actual lid itself anywhere. But I'm really focusing this color just on that outer corner and the outer corner only. So now we're going to go into this final color. This is that dark brown color. I think this is the darkest brown in the palette. This one also has hues of red in it too. This one we're only like I said, only with this color for real. I promise. I know I said with the last color, but this color for real. We're only focusing this in the outer corner. And we're just going to make sure, like I barely blend this in towards my nose. Like I really just go like in like just a little bit, just because I don't want any lines or whatever. I don't want any the famous word, a demarcation or whatever. But I really want this in the outer corner, so I'm taking my time. I'm taking all the time in that outer corner. So now we're going to go in with the same concealer. I'm showing you the applicator brush right here so you can see like how curved it is. To me, this type of applicator is the perfect thing to cut creases with. Honestly and truly, like it's the absolute perfect. Like my eyes are a smidge bit hooded. Not for real to say I have hooded eyes, but they are hooded just a little bit. But with my eyes, because they aren't as hooded, I don't have to do the trick of like blinking and stuff like that to figure out where to put my crease. I know where to do it. I've been doing cut creases long enough to where I know how they look good on me. There is I have 3 little crease lines in my lid, right where my right where the crease is, and I go right above my last crease line. That's how I know that's where I need to be drawing my circle, so that way it'll be seen when I open my eyes. Because that's the biggest struggle with people who have hooded eyes, is that you want to make sure that the actual cut crease that you're working so hard on is going to be seen while your eyes are open. Because to me, it's stupid. You cut your crease at your crease and you can't even see it. I mean, that goes for people who don't have hooded eyes either. Because if you cut it at the crease when you open your eyes, you're not going to be able to see all the hard work you did. Like, you need to always make sure that you're going just a smidge bit above your crease. So if you have to do that little trick where you put a dot of concealer on your lid and then blink, so you know where to like do your line at, so you know like what's visible while your eyes are open, please do that. But don't put all this hard work into a cut crease that you can't see unless your eyes are closed, because we don't walk around with our eyes closed, So after I go ahead and blend everything out on the actual concealer part, I'm going to go ahead and blend back in with that last dark color that we used. I used the same dense brush that we used before to pack on the concealer originally, to make sure that the concealer is nice and tacky, because with the James Charles palette, what I've noticed with this, even like some colors you can, like, you know, do it while they're still wet. These colors don't blend well when the concealer is still wet, so you need to make sure that it's as dry as possible. Oh, girl, this better be your part. Yes, come on, girl. Anyway, so as the color you just saw in the top left hand corner, it's like a beige whitish color. It came off a little lighter than what it is on camera, but that's the color we're gonna go ahead and just start packing our lid with. Ooh, girl, ooh. Okay, that's the color that we're gonna go ahead and start packing our lid with. And we're gonna be setting that concealer as well, because now that I'm looking at it, it is kind of like this same shade as the concealer. Oh, girl, this better be your song. Yes, ma'am. So yeah, we're gonna just start packing that onto our lid. Don't worry, we're gonna go back and blend that brown as well, so that way they go together and they make one big happy family right there at the finish line. See, there we go. So we're blending just to make sure there aren't any harsh lines. Back and forth. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so boom. So we are using a new liner today. This is the Kat Von D ink liner, and honestly, I love this liner for wings. It's like so cool. Now it's super thin, so I only use it to draw the actual wing. So as you can see, boom, I'm right there. I draw where I want it to be. Now I'm going in with that Tarte felt tip liner, and I'm going to color it in, because these felt tips are really good for coloring in, because you can use the actual pen itself and like push it onto your lid without having to do a lot of work, which is why I like felt tip liners. But that gel liner, it's the brush itself is so small, you can get precisely where you want to be. So that's why I like using stuff like that to create the line. Now, a little trick that I did, as you saw, I pull my lid as far as I can to make it a flat surface, so I can get the line exactly straight. And so that's why you saw me pulling my lid. Now we're putting on lashes. These are a fresh pair, girl. Yes, ma'am. These are the Mykonos lashes from Lily Lashes. They are so dramatic, and I love them. Like, they just add that instant like flair to any lash. The next lash I want to try is the So Extra Miami lashes, but they're still sold out on the website. But those are the next lashes I want to try, because I feel like that would be a really good like replacement to these, because honestly I wear these like way too much. Like, I wear Mykonos lashes with no face, like just moisturizer and Mykonos lashes. So now we're moving on to the face. I'm using a Versace Milk Blur primer. With this, I only use it right in my T-zone. I don't actually prime my whole face with this bottle, because girl, it's expensive. But I only use it focused really where my pores are the heaviest and the biggest at, which is right there at the very top of my cheeks, right where like my bags meet my cheek, I guess you would say. That area, my nose, are where I really want to focus it at. I had too much, so I spread it everywhere. But now, ooh, girl, you dying? Okay, anyway. So now I'm going to go in on top of that. I know you're like, what? Too many products. Girls, never enough products. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go in with the Smashbox primer, the original one, and Smooth and Blur, girl. Now we're using the color 255, one of the new shades from the Fenty Beauty collection. They're found faux filter foundation. With this foundation, we all know this foundation dries super fast, so you really have to like work in sections. What I like to do is just start at the bottom and work my way up. I don't actually put the whole face on at one time with this foundation. So I work on one cheek, go to the next cheek, add more, because this concealer, this foundation is the foundation that you really have to like build up. It's not one more time, girl, it's not a full coverage foundation. It's supposed to be like a lightweight type of thing, so you really have to build this sucker up. So I go in with a few pumps here and there, just to make sure I get the complete coverage I want, because girl, I got a lot of freckles. So now we're going to go in and do the normal of highlighting. I'm using that same concealer, girl, that we've been using all day, to go ahead and highlight everywhere underneath my eyes, when my eyes look brighter, and like I got like my 10 hours of sleep that's recommended. Conceal that mustache, girl, and then do a little highlight on the nose and on the forehead or whatever. Like, look at that coverage on that concealer. Like, it's so amazing. Like, ColourPop did their thing with these concealers. Like, I don't want to go back to another concealer ever again. We're going to go ahead and set these bad boys into place now. I'm using the Banana Bread powder by Huda Beauty. Girl, how many times you going to flip this thing? Okay, one more time. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and set I Like to Bake. Just because, I don't know why, my eyes have been doing like this little weird thing where my inner corner, it tears up a lot for whatever reason. So I just like to just extra bake and just make sure that, you know, it's not gonna go anywhere and my makeup's not gonna get ruined throughout the day. So I'm baking for my life. Gonna go ahead and set some smile lines as well, because your girl smiled too much. I'm gonna go ahead and bronze my face up. I'm using a Hoola bronzer by Benefit, and I'm using a detailed contour brush by Real Techniques. And what I like to do is I like to just contour my cheeks. I like to bronze. Let me tell you this. I bronze my cheeks. I bronze my temples. Girl, like I got punched on the side. It's okay, girl. We're gonna blend it out. I like to bronze my cheeks, bronze my temples, bronze my nose, my lip, and my double chin. That's it. I don't do the top of my forehead just because my face, like, it's round, and when you do like the whole like 3, it kind of like squishes your face in, and then plus my forehead isn't that big, so it just makes my forehead look even smaller, so I don't like that. I'm dusting away the powder off now, because we already baked long enough. This is like 20 minutes later, and I like to just use that excess powder and just rub it everywhere to set my entire face at this point. And now what I'm going to go ahead and do is use that same banana powder, and I'm going to go ahead and set the bronzer into place to get that sharp and chiseled look. It actually gives my face some kind of definition, because your girl is like a whole little Teletubby out here. Now I'm going in with a new blush. This is the Annabelle blush. I'm kidding. It's called Belle. It's called Bella, but it's really Annabella, like the movie Annabelle, because this is the blush that they use on their little baby doll. Because when I tell you, if you OD on this, girl, you're going to be looking like Annabella's sister in somebody real life scary movie. I kid you not. Like, look how rosy this stuff is. This would be so cute on somebody who was like real, like, of a darker complexion. Oh my god, it would be so cute. Anyway, I'm using this old glow kit from Anastasia I got last year. Girl, Slay broke it. As you can see, this is the summer palette, and I'm using the color summer. I gotta hold it, girl, because if not, you see, autumn shadows gonna just fall. So what I like to do is I like to double up my highlight. I go in on a dry face first, and I just do one layer of highlight. Like I said, I'm using the color summer from this palette, and I'm gonna highlight the normal areas that I like to highlight. Where that, girl? Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and dust off that powder, because we're about to set our face with setting spray, and I don't want to set that powder there. So I'm gonna go ahead and dust off everything, and now I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Urban Decay All Nighter spray, and I'm gonna go ahead and dry my face real quick. Slick it up more, Stephanie. And I'm going to let that dry just a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit, with my handy dandy fan. And now I'm going to go on with the Anastasia Amrezy highlight, and I'm going to go to, like I said, double up that highlight just to give me that beaming. And now I'm going to go ahead and put on mascara. This is the Better Than Sex mascara by Too Faced. I'm first just doing my bottom lash, can you count, Stephanie? Look, there we go. I was going to go ahead and put on my bottom mascara too, but I was like, wait a second. I want to go ahead and smoke out the lash line first and then put the mascara on. So I just did the top lashes. just to blend them in with the falsies. And now I'm going in with that darkest color. Girl, can you find it? There you go. That darkest color that we put on the outer V, and I'm going to just go ahead and connect everything together. So I'm going to use a pointed blending brush from Morphe, and I'm going to go ahead and just smoke out that bottom lash line with that color. Are we good? Now we finna go into the mascara. So I'm gonna go ahead and make all these all these crazy faces, and I'm gonna try to pretend like I got lashes down there and finesse a little some. So now for the fun part, we're gonna go in with lippies. The two colors that I'm using, if I'm not mistaken, check the description bar down below. But if I'm not mistaken, this is the mauve color, and I know for a fact that that lighter color is Pure Hollywood, but this dark color, if I'm not mistaken, is Maud. And I'm gonna go ahead and just fill my lips in. I'm just gonna follow my natural lip line because my lips are already big enough. I hate overlining. Anyway, and then put Pure Hollywood in the middle. And then I use my lips to blend out. I don't like using my fingers. I use my lips to blend out. Girl, you looking a mess, girl. You can't be walking around with these Miss Sealy braids. You got something for me, girl. Oh, yes, ma'am. Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. She has arrived. Thank you guys so much for watching all of my videos. You guys made it this far, so you might as well go ahead and subscribe. And while you're subscribing, go ahead and hit that like button and get yourself notified for every time I do an upload. And until the next video, bye guys. Mwah.